everyone, Egman here with another video, and today we're going to do something kind of more like off-topic or not conventional for Dragon Ball, but we're going to look at this old deck box. I guess it's like a double deck box, but this is something that I've had for a really long time, for over a decade. This is from 5Ds, and I got like day of, so like this is like a decade-old deck box. But yeah, I've been kind of looking at other card games right now. I know I still love Dragon Ball, still making content for Dragon Ball. But if you've seen, I haven't been making as many videos lately, and we're just kind of not maybe like a slump, but just we're in between set 10 and 11, and we don't really have like a lot of events. I think the game's super great and healthy. I honestly don't have like a lot of ideas to make decks and content for, and I don't want to stress myself out. So instead, we're just going to open up this really old Yu-Gi-Oh thing. This is something I've opened it a couple times, but I'm not gonna like lie about it. But I haven't really tried to go through all these cards. These are cards from these are like two decks that I had for competitive in like the 2012, so almost 8 years. These cards are from. I definitely haven't added cards to it. So just a bunch of old cards that I don't know. I just want to look through it and go through. I've been slightly interested in Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope that's not like a warning of like, oh man, this is like Eggman's started to get really crazy about again or something like that. But it's fun. I know the game's like completely different from what it was a couple years ago. This is like Synchro Exceeds era. I know that we've gone through not only links but pendulums. I don't even know how the game works 100% right now. Anyways, but I'm gonna open up this old box, look through the cards, and you can tell me if I'm being weird or not. So. So this is like a really cool deck box, though. I will say Yu-Gi-Oh cards are super small, by the way. Like here's my one of my I'm like the obnoxious Exodia kid that's at your locals, but like look how like big these are. Like sure there's a top loader in it, but it's so fascinating how tiny the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are, and they cram so much dang text on these guys. But we're gonna look through these two decks. I was for the longest time. I've been playing card games and this really hit me the other day, for I guess over a decade, if not close to 15 years, which I know some of the people playing Yu-Gi-Oh, or not Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball right now are just turning that age, so that's crazy. I'm starting to get old and everything like that. But a lot of these cards are super old, I got firsthand and everything like that. But I definitely was like the annoying Exodia kid. So I don't have like a good set of these guys, but I have some of these guys. I know like this is, I don't know, I remember. All right, yeah, they're probably in here. Let me see. Yeah, all right. So I got like these ones. I don't even know if they're real, and I say that because I bought them on eBay, and like I got them, and they just seem like a little bit too stiff. The material it didn't feel like super duper right. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not. I don't know, but I used them forever. And then I eventually like hollowed up these because I used them so much. But I was like that, once again, that really annoying Exodia kid at your locals who was really happy for playing by making your opponent not play. So I don't know. I'll always keep these cards. These always mean a lot to me. I don't think if I ever play again, I don't think I'll play Exodia again. I think I've outgrown that annoying part of it. But that was like my favorite archetype for such a really long time. And I mean, maybe that's kind of like why I like anti-meta control stuff, is because I like that kind of ideas. So other cards we do have a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't think this is SKE, so this is probably not something super duper crazy. Definitely really damaged and played. Not a first edition either, but we do have a Blue Eyes, so there we go. We do have, okay, I know I've got more of these, but here's Mystic Piper, which is a really silly card. It's a 1-drop. My last I had like a stint of Yu-Gi-Oh from like 2011 to 2012, and so I got back in. Let me see if I can find the other pieces for this. So maybe like that card. Yeah, Kinkabaya. There you go. Where Arf Thou? Oh man, these are some. I think, are these like the main pieces? Okay, that's kind of like all right. This is like a really really annoying deck. Okay, so like the idea is that this is an Exodia deck. And it was these are all 1-drops, right? If you don't know what Exodia does, if you have all 5 of these cards in your hand, you win the game. That's the idea. And so you need to try to stall out and also get a lot of draw. So and those are the two strategies for the deck. Either have a really stally deck that no one has fun, no one really plays their stuff, and you just win because you eventually draw it, or you draw it like your first turn because you're able to go off really hard. But the combo starts off with Kinkabayu. And so Kinkabaya is a spirit, which means it goes back to your hand at every turn. But when you play it, you can special summon a level 1 monster, and then when every turn. So since it goes back to your hand, the idea is that you can every turn just play this. You special summon a 1-drop from your drop area, and then Mystic Piper is the 1-drop you want to get, where it says you contribute this card to draw and reveal 1 card. If there's a level 1 monster, you can draw 1 more card. You can only activate this once per turn. So essentially what you do is that every turn you make sure your Piper's in your drop area. You play King of Bayou, you play Mystic Piper, you draw a card. Hopefully you get like a piece, because all these pieces are 1-drops, but there's also some other cards like Swift Scarecrow, which is a good 1-drop, and Battle Fader. Both of these essentially do the same thing, of where when your opponent makes a direct attack, you can discard this card, negate or end the battle phase. Or this guy is the same thing. Special summon this from your hand in the battle phase, and if it's special summoned, so like both these, just you summon, you play them, and then you end the battle phase. So they're freeze, and so if you get them off your battle phase or off your Mystic Piper, you get draws and like negates and everything like that. And where Arf though, if you control a face-up level 1 monster, you can add 1 level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. So you can, that's like another way to get like more pieces. And if you during the end phase take 2,000 damage if you do not normal summon the monster. But I don't know. There's that. Cyber Valley is also like a 1-drop where. I mean, look how like dense this text is. Like can you even read a word off this? You can probably read like Machine Fusion. Man, you can't read nothing. That's crazy. When this card is selected as an attack target, you can remove this card from play, draw a card, then add the battle phase. All these cards are way too slow right now. Like you want to win on like turn 1 or turn 2. Sorry, probably like turn 2, turn 3 in the modern era. But some other cards, like all 3 of these pretty much do the same thing. They're trap cards that you can't do anything anymore. Upstart Goblin, which is really good. Like Marshmallow. Oh, and then the fun part was that you could change it into a Final Countdown deck in the sideboard. So that was really fun. This also is signed by Greg Abbey, who played the voice of Yusei. I didn't watch much of 5Ds, but I know that he played Mystic Piper once, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta get him. I have other cards signed by him. Paw of Duality, Gold Sarcophagus, Reckless Greed, One Day of Peace. All these are like super fun cards. And then also, let's see. Oh, okay, and this is another one. This card's actually still good. It's Formula Synchron. It's a synchro, which means that you have to like put two cards together on the board. It's kind of like Successor in our game, but it's a little bit more specific. But like when you play this card, it's still it's like a 2-drop, and then you're able to like draw a card. Like this is a really cool card, and just helps like it's a enabler for some value depending on the decks. Anything else like super good in here? Once again, like Pod Duality is super good. We don't care about special summoning stuff or like attacking or anything, so this card's good. Also, shoutouts to my bud Abe and I. We made these. There are these cards in Yu-Gi-Oh called Hero Signal and Destiny Signal. We made these Judge Signal cards, so we could call judges. It was super fun. What else is in here? We also have like one Swords of Revealing like the Gold Sarcophagus, or not the Gold Rare, which was a interesting rarity for this game. Being able to just like they had like these Gold Sarcophagus like this where oh shoot, I just had Gold Sarcophagus. Where'd it go? Yeah, that's where this card came from. Before I had like an original version of this guy, and then I sold it because it was really expensive. But like this card, like just it's for 2 turns you get like you look for something, and then 2 turns you get it to your hand essentially. What else is there? Scapegoat. This card, which used to be like really rare, and then they reprinted it a bunch of times. We got some effect failures. Those are actually really good still. So maybe I got some money there. Grand Mole, also a really annoying card, super funny. DD Crow and some Cyber Dragons. These guys are both really important still too. Like Cyber Dragons, maybe I don't know the archetype, but I know something I've really known about like the last couple of years of Yu-Gi-Oh is that they really pump into like their old archetypes and everything, give them a lot of love. So I think Cyber Dragon is definitely one of those. What else we got? We got to have some Karibos. We got some Breakers. Jaugen the Spiritualist. Man, what's this card do again? Okay, yeah. So that card's you can't special summon as long as this card. Like the idea is like you can't like a rival or something. And, like that would be like the thing for this game. Another Cyber Dragon. Thunder King Ryo, Morphing Jar. Oh man, Vortex Trooper. Oh man, this is just like a really old card. Just for me, this is only a card I would love, but It's just like a zero attack guy, but when this card's normal summon, you can shuffle 2 cards from your hand to your deck and draw. And then if this card's destroyed, draw 1. And it doesn't have to be destroyed by battle, which when this card was out was really good. Like battle was like being destroyed by battle was getting kind of phased out by getting destroyed by card effects. So that card was really important. Oh, and then like Spirit Reaper, Sangan, Emissary of the Afterlife. This card's only gets normal monsters, so you'd find like these pieces of the Exodia with it. And I don't think this card's if when it's destroyed, right? Said from the field to the graveyard. Yeah, you could like do some like link summoning with this now. I don't know if it's been errata or something. Disc Commander is a super cool card. It used to be banned, but then I think they changed this to like when this is played from the graveyard or drop area from our game, you get to draw 2 cards. But I think they changed it to just like once per duel, so they try to make it a little bit better. DD Crow, Marshmallow. I don't know if I ever popped that down. And then like not one, but like not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Poke Dragons. I don't know why I have so many copies of this. I know why my friends loved this card, and so he just got like so many of them and gave them to me. I don't know if they were for tokens or anything, but super funny. What else we got? Sorry, we got 3 more. Let's see. Oh man, not 1 but 2 of the McDonald's promo elemental here. I love Heroes. Heroes is like my favorite like actual archetype that's not Exodia. So love these cards so much. These cards sucked, but they were super duper rare because you could only get them from McDonald's, which made them like super hard to get. What else do we have? We got like a Stardust Dragon. This is just from the 10, I think. No. This is a first edition from Duelist Pack 8. All right. I had like the Ghost Rare Dragon, and then I traded it like during release day, so I couldn't get any. Like I just was a bad player. We got Skill Drain, which I think is you can only play 1 copy of Skill Drain right now. Card D, which is super fun. Yeah, so that's like 1 of these guys, and then I don't know. That's just 1. This video's already kind of gone long enough. If you want to know what's in the second half, let me know. There's 1 more. Oh, we got another Source Scarecrow. Get out of there. If you want to know what's in the second one, if you guys got anything from this video, let me know and I'll do that. But it's been really fun going down like memory lane. I know a lot of people, Dragon Ball is their first card game, but I also know like for a lot more people, I would assume it's not their first. And you always have like a little like sentimental spot of like what your first one was. So Yu-Gi-Oh will always be that to me, even though at this point Yu-Gi-Oh's been around for like 20 years. And I'd say like every 4 or 5 years it changes into a different game. That's how like drastic they make changes to it. So obviously you can't go back to what it was, especially like in 2012 with all these guys. But it was really fun, and I did enjoy making this half. I didn't think I was going to be talking for 10 minutes over just one. I thought I was going to barely be able to scrape by with both, but. Let me know if you want to see what's on the other half. That deck's definitely more competitive if it is what I think it is. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.